And if you've been following the Northern Super League playoffs, you may have already heard this.
Sofia Hagman comes to the line, the 28-year-old from Sweden. If she scores, the Rise move on to the final. Left-footed shot into the top corner!
Does it!
And that's it! The Vancouver Rise move on to the NSL final!
And that was the scene when the Vancouver Rise FC qualified for the first ever NSL finals. Now, the Rise are taking on AFC Toronto tomorrow in what is sure to be a great match. One of the many women behind the team is Sinead King. She is Rise FC's team president. And our next guest, good afternoon to you, Sinead.
Hello, good afternoon.
Thanks so much for joining us. I'm curious, what was your reaction when you saw Sofia Hagman's series-winning penalty kick, knowing that meant you were going to the finals?
It was an emotional moment. I was in Ottawa at the game, and I think I had a lump in my throat and a smile on my face and a lot of adrenaline. It was emotional.
And AFC Toronto has been, pretty tough opponents this year. You've split the season series against them, but you were blanked 7-0 in your last matchup. So I'm curious how you're feeling ahead of the final match.
I think Vancouver Toronto in the final is the final that certainly our players were looking for. Toronto have been a phenomenal side and really found their form. They're in a great streak at the moment. So we're looking for redemption after that 7-0 loss. But like you said, we know we can beat them. We've beaten them twice this season, once with one less player on the pitch. Yeah. So looking to put in a performance and get the win.
And Rise FC did go on an 8-game unbeaten streak over the summer. What has it been like for you to just see them build off of that momentum?
Yeah, the confidence that comes with a streak like that and the togetherness of the team. We had different players scoring different types of goals. It feels like very complete performances when we're playing like that on the pitch. So the players know that we can put a game together. They know that we can score goals. They know we've got a strong defense, and I think we're looking to bring that tomorrow.
And it's been just an incredible year. And as we approach the end of the NSL's first season, what has it been like for you, to really watch the league and women's soccer just grow so much over the year?
It's been incredible. We had the opening game at BC Place where we had over 14,000 fans in the stadium. And so now to be here at BMO Field and expecting a similar crowd, it feels very full circle to be doing the final game. The year's been an absolute whirlwind. It feels fast and it feels slow. And it's just incredible to be here and watch the fan bases build in Vancouver, in other cities. We've got fans that are flying across the country for various games. Feels like a real community, and it's just a lot of fun.
And, we focus so much on the players, which rightly so, they've been incredible. But you've got heavyweights in Christine Sinclair as part owner and Stephanie Lab as a sporting director. What does it mean to you to be just part of a group that has really gotten this team, not just off the ground, but just to see it, to help them soar?
Yeah, I like to say we're building the future with the past, and some of those names that you just referenced, they've lived and breathed it. They were professional athletes in Canada that had to go abroad. And so you feel that passion with them every day where they're trying to build something that didn't exist before, and they really want to get it right and believe that we're the people that are able to do that. So to leverage their experience, their passion, their networks is such a unique advantage, particularly for us as a club with so many alumni involved.
And the fans have just embraced the team and churning out to the games in droves. What are the home games like at Swangard Stadium?
Swangard is a magical place. I think every team that comes here recognizes that it's very unique and special. There's a real family atmosphere, but there's all kinds of fans, all kinds of demographics. You've got this insanely competitive product on the pitch, but you've also got a bit of a festival feeling with the food trucks and, people having a beer or the kids in the beer garden. You've got the beautiful trees, the views of the mountain. And most people have a memory of Swangard. So it feels like a place of nostalgia and sentiment where anything can happen.
I think that's very true. And so many people taking their kids to the games where they went to see games when they were little. Now, we have heard from members of the fan group, the Crow Collective, on our show over the past week. What's it been like to give the fans a trip to the finals?
It's great. I've seen a couple of the Crows walking around Toronto this week. I think
Oh,
I'm seeing
nice.
an event this evening. They've been amazing. They've flown to Montreal for games, to Ottawa. Now they're here in Toronto. Um, for them, it's so fun speaking to them and hearing how much it means to them to have a club like this to be a part of, to be involved in, where they know the players, where they're speaking to people like myself and giving us feedback on what's worked well this year, but what they want to see from us next year. So I think that's the beauty of the Northern Super League and Vancouver Rise. We're building it from the ground up and we're doing it all together.
Yeah, and they're just so dedicated and so enthusiastic. It's just like it's infectious the way they approach the games. We know you're playing for the cup. We know how you want it to end up. But whatever happens, what are some of the wins that the Rise are going to take with them, regardless, into the next season?
Yeah, I think, there's going to be a lot of pride tomorrow, regardless of the outcome. And when you bring 25 players together that have all come from different places, and those are players that have taken a risk on a new league and a new club, and you have all the staff and you have all the fans and the sponsors and the owners, there's just so much pride. And this year we've said so many times, we're in year one, we've got to get this up and running. And now we are up and running, and we've got so many things that we want to build on and improve on in year two. So we're ambitious, we're determined, and the off season means there's no football being played, but there's a lot for us to do to get ready for April when the season resumes.
What a year it has been. It's been incredible to watch, and we will be cheering you on from here. Sinead, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Sinead King is the president of Vancouver Rise FC. Her team takes on AFC Toronto in the inaugural Northern Super League final for the Diana B. Matheson Cup. And that's tomorrow at 11 a.m. PST right here on CBC.